Hey, welcome back into Occupy Democrats. And oh, the irony and paradox of Donald Trump and his love affair with incompetent women that he has in his cabinet that he just can't seem to get rid of. Because between religion and Trump and Ice Barbie Kristi Noem, you have got to see this breaking story, because where is it going to stop when it comes to actions versus, let's just say God and the global community? Well, I'm going to show that story to you in just a few seconds. You got to see it. But first, let's bear in mind what Pritzker up in Chicago had to recently say after the actions in Minnesota, because he didn't mince any words. Here.
It's time for Kristi Noem to go. The Department of Homeland Security immediately launched a campaign of lies and propaganda in Minnesota to justify their actions. They didn't conduct an investigation, and they're not going to. They didn't express any remorse or sympathy for the mother that they killed. They ran straight to Fox News and they started lying. I've watched an analysis of it frame by frame. It is harrowing. It should compel you to peacefully stand up for justice. It's time for Kristi Noem to go.
And certainly Donald replied with, we know we have the best people, so he says this.
I have, yeah. I think she's doing a very good job.
And then the big I word came in, impeach. And Hakeem Jeffries was pretty crystal clear about how he feels right here.
There are efforts to impeach Kristi Noem. Are you open to those efforts? Do you support impeachment of Kristi Noem?
Yeah, we haven't ruled anything in or anything out in terms of the proper way to bring about accountability. But what I can say, and we'll have a conversation amongst some caucus members on this tomorrow. I don't want to get out ahead of it. But what's clear to me is Kristi Noem is deeply unqualified, deeply unserious, and deeply dangerous. She's a complete and total disgrace.
And then Donald Trump at his Super Bowl party, referencing the Super Bowl party, amazingly he didn't say anything about Bad Bunny, but he certainly had something to say about loving him some DHS Ice Barbie Kristi Noem. Here.
You know, they were saying about Kristi Noem yesterday. I did the Super Bowl interview. Sir, are you going to relieve Kristi Noem of her duties? No. Oh. I said, why would I do that? We have the strongest border in the history of our country.
And with the entire train wreck that the DHS is, along with Donald Trump, it does make you wonder, what does it take to actually get fired if Donald's in love with you? Well, in this breaking story, maybe the concept of no due process and being bigoted and racist when it comes to actual archdiocese cardinals, maybe this will do it. Check out what Kristi Noem and DHS is doing right here. Breaking news, Kristi Noem's DHS is demanding priests prove citizenship based on skin color. Cardinal. A prominent Catholic leader in the Archdiocese of Chicago is alleging the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, agents are stopping priests and demanding they prove their citizenship based solely on the color of their skin. According to Religion News Service, Cardinal Blaise Kupik made the allegation in a January 17 interview with WTTW, a Chicago PBS affiliate, and in an interview published Friday, Feb 6, in the U.S. edition of El País, a Spanish newspaper. In quotes, I've had some priests who are of a different color being targeted and arrested, stopped because of their color and asking them to prove that they're citizens. That's not America, Kupik told the PBS affiliate. In quotes, we should not have to live in a country where people have to carry around their documents all the time. Kupik continued, quote, it brings terror into a city where not just immigrants, but the population feel as though they're being terrorized by the ways that these roundups are going. This is really unheard of. The kind of tactic is really fueling the outrage of people, not only because of the murders that we had in Minneapolis, but also because of our experience here. President Donald Trump spent months ramping up immigration enforcement in Chicago, despite the fact that crime in the city was plunging before the operation began. Chicago has been the site of numerous protests, crackdowns, and clashes, including an incident in which an Immigration and Customs Enforcement, aka ICE, officer shot a Presbyterian pastor in the head with a pepper ball from a rooftop during a protest. This comes as other experts warn that Trump DHS tactics have gone beyond demanding citizenship papers, with many people being arrested despite showing their papers and held for biometric scanning. Yes, you heard that story right. We're talking about an archdiocese, but of course it's in Chicago because Trump's a little mad at Mr. Pritzker back there in the beginning, where they're stopping actual members of the cloth and say, do you have your papers? I mean, this is the place that we have reached. No apology, no due process. They don't care. And yet, America, in many ways, the walls are closing in on all of them. Because the polls, when you flip 30 and 35 and 19 and 22 points in just the span of a year, and the job numbers come out, I don't care about the stock market. Most Americans are hurting, and then they're hurting in their own neighborhood and houses. And clearly, even people of the cloth don't get no respect. Rodney Dangerfield. It is nutso out there. But yes, agreed. Ice Barbie, gotta go. You guys like and share the video and stay frosty.